Hey people, DJ Bono Vertigo here. Real quick one. It's Friday, the weekend of Memorial Day, and I'm at work. And at lunch today, I decided to go over to Revolution Records just to check around and see what he has in there. And I found some really cheap things. I said I wasn't going to buy any more records, and I found some really cheap things. I was just going to look, and I was like, oh, 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 oh. So I think I picked up like 4 or 5 records. The last one I'm going to save for the best because that was really cool. I got this one because I don't know. I think I had seen this one recently, and I said, oh, I never got that one. You know, I collect Herbie Mann records, and this one I didn't have. This one is called Memphis Two Step, and yeah, there you go. Great cover, huh? It's got about let's see, it's got Soul Man on there. The night they drove the old Dixie down. Memphis Two Step Down on the Corner. Guinevere, Acapulco Rain, and Kabuki Rock. It's on Embryo Records. I think that's his label. So, yeah, but I can add this to my collection. I have so many Herbie Mann records. I know some people find him cheesy, but I love him. I don't care. He's cool. Then I'm looking in the soul section because they tend to be pretty cheap. And I found a Brass Construction. You know, I always talk about Brass Construction as being a great. Sorry, guys. This one's a little too shiny. Take this one out. Brass Construction. This one's called Conversations. And it has the great song Walking the Line on this one, yeah. And I think there's another track on here, but who sings the female vocalist on here? Where is she? I don't see. Oh, Sandy. No, is it Sandy Bullops? I'm not sure. But there's a female vocalist on this particular record, and it's a great song. It's a great, great song called Walking the Line. It was a hit for them. So I had this on there. I have it on a CD on the greatest hits, you know, like a classic series type thing. But now I have it on vinyl, and I'm like, I love that song so much, Walking the Line. So now I have it on vinyl. I never had it on vinyl back in the day. I didn't buy a lot of funk back in the day. I just didn't. But now I'm like, you know, if it wasn't Parliament Funkadelic, I didn't really buy it. So, but now I'm, you know, and Ohio Players, of course, but and Earth, Wind and Fire. But other than that, I didn't buy Barcades. I didn't buy Kool and the Gang. I didn't buy Brass Construction and all this stuff. I didn't do it. I didn't buy Bootsy. You know, now I'm looking for Bootsy to find a good copy of Bootsy. You know, like a nice OG. Oof, forget about it. You know, a good copy. This one I got just because of who he is, and it's who it's produced by. This is Hot City by Gene Page. I think we can get away with that one without taking off the sleeve. But produced by Barry White. And the song on here that's also on a Love Unlimited record is called Satin Soul. I love it. It's an instrumental piece. It's really cool. All these are pretty much instrumental, I think. I think it's all instrumental. But I mean, it has some great people on here. Wilton Felder's on here playing bass. On guitar, Ray Parker Jr., Dean Parks, Melvin Wawa Reagan, David T. Walker. On percussion, Gary Coleman. Keyboards, Clarence McDonald, Gene Page, Barry White. Congas, Joe Clayton. Flute and sax solos by Ernie Watts. Jack Schulman is the concert master. I mean, yeah, this is from 1974. And it's very, very, very Barry White-ish, without vocals, you know. It's very sexy, a lot of strings, very, very produced, but like really good. Like really, this is a really good record. I hope the sound is good. I'm sure the sound is really good. The cover's kind of, it's very 70s. Anyway, and then the next one brought me back to my childhood. And I don't have this. I have it on. I've always had it on CD, but I've never had it on vinyl. And I always wanted to get it on vinyl, and I never remembered to pick it up, to look for it. And it just happened to stare me in the face. And the cover's not great. The record's in good condition. And this is Make Way for Dionne Warwick. This to me is a definitive Dionne Warwick album, early Dionne Warwick record. She looks absolutely breathtaking on this album. Look how beautiful. That dress is working on her, let me tell you. Yeah. And that was the typical hairstyle at that time in the 60s, you know. This has every great song you can imagine on here. House is Not a Home, People, They Long to Be Close to You, Last One to Be Loved, Land of Make Believe, Reach Out for Me, You'll Never Get to Heaven, Walk On By, Wishing and Hoping, I Smiled Yesterday, Well I Smiled Yesterday, Get Rid of Him, Oh Yeah, Get Rid of Him, Make the Night a Little Longer. I mean, it's just got everything on here. But it opens with House is Not a Home. I mean, come on, yeah. I used to have my father play this for me constantly when I was a kid. It's like, Dad, can you put that lady on again? That Warwick lady? I like her. Yeah. Yeah. So, Make Way for Dionne Warwick. I will. And finally, I think Norman, I always reference Norman. I don't know why. I think it's because he's one of the first people I ever saw on the VC channels. And, you know, I was a fan of his early on when I was getting involved with the VC. So, you know, I guess I just reference him a lot. He's like, I guess he's kind of like a mentor that I've never met physically. You know, he's just been a mentor. And you are, Mazzy. What am I to tell you? You know, even though I don't always agree with you with everything, it doesn't really matter. You know, music is music, and we love what we love, right? This one, I'm sure Norman Maslow will be very happy to see that I finally found a copy, and I have it in my collection. Now, we know we both love XTC, but their alter ego, which is Dukes of the Stratosphere. Got a nice clean copy. I'm sure this is a reissue. I haven't really delved into it too much to see what it is, but it's in really great shape. The cover's in great shape, everything. So it's on Geffen. And this is my favorite song on here is Kaleidoscope. That's just my favorite. The big song on here I think is Pale and Precious, but Kaleidoscope is my song. And this is a record called Sonic Sunspot. And for those who don't know, Dukes of the Stratosphere or the alter ego, they only put out 2 records, alter ego of XTC, Andy Partridge, and all of his cronies. So I'm really, really incredibly happy to have this to throw into the collection, because this I'll be playing a lot. I know it. This will go on quite a bit because they're so crazy. There's just, I love XTC anyway, but to me this is their more wacky, kind of cray-cray side, if you can imagine that. Because they were already cray-cray as far as I'm concerned. But so things that I thought I didn't go over $50. You know, actually I don't even think I went over 40. Yeah. And I said, okay, gotta go back to work. Gotta stop searching. But this guy had just gotten a bunch of soul stuff. He said this guy came in. He was somebody who you never believe. He goes, this guy just did not look like the type to be into this kind of music, but he said he came in with all these black girl group records, Marvelettes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, Dinah Ross and the Supremes, Pointer Sisters, Chantel. He had all this stuff. Plus, he also had a lot of women country singers. He had like Patsy Cline and Dolly Parton and on and on and on. And he has stacks, just stacks and stacks of it. He goes, I'm sure you saw all that back there. I said, yeah, I don't need all that stuff. But yeah, it's really great that you have it. I was really amazed at how many Supremes records he had. I was just like, whoa, you got a lot of Dinah Ross, tons of Dinah Ross back there. and I already have what I need out of that world, so I don't really need to buy any more girl group stuff. So, but I'm happy to see somebody else will have the opportunity to pick up some stuff in that world. So, anyway, um, I got about another 15 minutes before my next patient comes in, so I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and finish out the day because I have a 4-day weekend coming up. So I probably will be in the peanut gallery tomorrow during Rob the Wax's auction, um, and that'll be fun to watch. Um, uh, yeah, that'll be fun to watch because he looks like he's got some really really good stuff coming up tomorrow. So that'll be fun. And I'm gonna go see some jazz on Monday, on Memorial Day in Sarasota, and I'll tell you about that when I get back. Um, but I've just got a lot of things I gotta accomplish this weekend. I gotta finish up my continuing education classes online for my license, for my massage license, so I can update that. And I have a Juneteenth event that's coming up at the radio station, so I gotta kind of tighten up the plan because I usually plan that event, so I got to tighten up some stuff and we're going to be doing I decided this year to do a panel discussion, but I'm going to ask some people from the press and some people from different areas of the black community to come and hopefully be on the panel so we can ask some questions about the state of people of color in this country today. So, and lots of questions surrounding that. It'll be very interesting for Juneteenth. Instead of just going, oh, it's Juneteenth, let's celebrate freedom. Like, let's talk about what's going on with our freedoms. Anyway, so that'll be fun. That'll be not fun, but it'll be interesting. And so I got those things to work out. Plus, I just got a gig. My band just got a big corporate gig in September. We're going to do all Beatles and all Stones songs. So we've got to not only relearn the stuff that we already know, but we have to expand some stuff because it's going to be a few hours of all Beatles, all Stones. That's what they want at this party. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a whole set of Stones, a whole set of Beatles. And so that'll be really fun. We've done that before, but not such a big show like this one. So I got to start practicing some of that stuff too. So learning lyrics and making sure I have everything down pat, that kind of thing. So anyhow, take care. Now I still have 15 minutes. Here we go. That's it. Take care. Keep listening to great music, and maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.